Welcome to part two of this presentation. So during our last presentation, the first part, we finished by deploying the uh, smart contract. So I forgot to mention that when you want to deploy to a network, you need to be connected to a blockchain network. There are different blockchain node providers. So for this, I used Archemy. So the same, you need to go to their website, and from there you can be able to get your key and deposit in that file. So here is the here is the site. So here is where you can get your key, and with that you can be able to connect to the network. So next, we need now to set the registry using the method set registry. And now at this point, we begin interacting with the deployed exchange. So being that we have deployed it, so the way we interact with it now is using this method attach, and then you pass the address which we copied in this file. So at this point we can set our registry. We need to make sure that the exchange is connected, and we have everything set. So now we can run this code. I do not want to activate any other part of this code. Let me activate the only part that I'm using. So we will activate the other parts as we continue. So now at this point, we will need to copy this, the name, and then we can pass the name here. So let us now run that. So as we wait for that, we can go back to the smart contracts uh, and see whether there is something else that we can set from this contract, something else that need to be set. So for example, if we check for cancellation registry, we can see that there is add a registrant. These are the main methods being used. So we can check out maybe this and see what happened. So let us look at the data. We decode that and we see that we had a registrant added. Yeah, this is a address of someone. So we want to check whether there is a smart contract that was added, so we can check what happened here. Maybe it was a smart contract that was added. So yeah, so we see that the main smart contract need to be added as a regi- registrant. So from there we can check the other contract, the payment registry. What do we need to do? So what we do here is that we add the approved ARC20. So this is the one which will be used for payment. So it is not a must for us to use um, where it is. Uh, okay, let me check. We had that. So it is not a must for us to use the provided payment registry, the this one. So we can set ours. So for this example, I have a mock one, so we'll set that. And then we can look at the other contract and see whether there is something that is changed. So where it is, so we have this is the attack one. This we will not need this one. I need to close this. The exchange, the governance. This will not need anymore. Okay, this is the same. Okay, so let us check whether it is successful. Yeah, it has been successful. We can just confirm that uh, by checking the address. So we'll check for this. So let us check whether we can see that in the blockchain. So as we wait for that, we can go back and now do what we said. We need to deploy our reward token, and where we can do that, I have this other file. So here is also where we will be deploying uh, our collection, because what the attacker did, we can say that he was sending some fake NFTs which are not of worth, and he could receive the money. So we will need to deploy our payment ERC20. So this is the one which will be used for payment. So we can learn this code. So we need to deactivate any other part of this code so that we can just deploy this. And it is the third one. Sorry, the fourth one. other part that is activated. We just want to deploy this and nothing else. So we can learn that. And as we wait for that, we check for the transactions. So it is so strong. So maybe it has not reflected at the moment, but we hope it have been successful. So now we have this. Copy. We replace it here. Yeah, this is our token that will be used for payment. So as we have seen from the blockchain network, we need to approve the token that we will be using for payment. So already we have the token, so that's what we'll do. So we'll call the payment registry and approve. So we need to deactivate this part and now run the code once again. Yeah, that one. So the other thing we saw that we needed to do when we check the cancellation registry. This is the exchange. This is a payment registry. I had a bookmark of this, so I can just open. Let me just close some tabs. So uh, we need the cancellation registry. So in this, we are using this to add a registrant. You can see a new registrant was added a few days ago. So this means that um, a new a new exchange has been developed, version 5, and now it has been set as the registrant. So that's what we need to do here. We activate this. And then set our marketplace as the registrant. So for exchange, I checked, and so it is not necessary for us to have the exchange as a registrant. So I set it and then removed it. Also, it is not necessary for us to set the loyalties. So at this point, we have everything set, and I think we need to verify this contract because we need it a lot. So we can just copy this command, then here what we do, we pass the address of the contract we want to verify. Here it is. And then we change to the network that we are using. And then we can verify. So as we wait for the verification, of course, deployment in blockchain and learning transaction take time. Uh, we can go now to our collection that we want to deploy. Here it is. It is a neon page. So invalid API key. So okay, I need to change that uh, in the config file. So I had this for the other network. So we can just use this. Can just connect this because I'll need it sometime later. Yeah, we can now do the verification. So to do verification, you need an API key. So you just sign in uh, to AdScan, and you can get your key to verify the smart contracts. So as I was explaining, we need to have our collection. It is called Neon Pet. So how it works is that people who want to acquire this NFT has to uh, have to mint the NFTs, and of course they pay for minting those NFTs. Also, you can see we need to enable trade. So when we have that period of minting, we can enable them. After it is done, we disable. And of course, the people who are doing this uh, will need to pay for it. So we'll be deploying this collection, and this is the one we'll use as the attack collection. So at this point, we have verified the smart contract. Yeah, here it is. So we have it, the exchange form. So now we are ready for the next change. I take a break and then we can continue.